Next this evening, the major immigration crackdown. Hundreds of workers detained at a massive auto plant in Georgia. Authorities say many of them South Korean nationals. It comes after a raid at a food manufacturing plant outside Syracuse. And tonight we hear from the man who runs that plant, what he says about the workers he hired. Here's our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, hundreds of South Korean nationals detained during a raid on a Georgia Hyundai plant, the latest sign of an ever-escalating and massive deportation effort by the Trump administration.
This, in fact, was the largest single-site enforcement operation in the history of Homeland Security investigations.
Video of the raid was posted by a local activist showing events unfolding inside the construction site of Hyundai's 3,000-acre electric vehicle plant in Elabelle, Georgia.
Our Homeland Security, we have a search warrant for the whole site. We need construction to cease immediately.
A show of force involving scores of state and federal agencies, including the FBI. 475 people taken into custody, most of them South Koreans. Hyundai says those detained did not work directly for the company, but for a network of subcontractors that the plant used. And another raid this week, hundreds of miles away, outside of Syracuse, New York. Federal agents converging on this food manufacturing plant in Cato, New York. Co-owner Lenny Schmidt telling WSYR he believes all 69 workers detained were legally authorized to work in the U.S., and some have already returned to work.
I just think it was unfortunate the way it was conducted. I think it could have been conducted a lot easier and more proper.
The raids come as Chicago is bracing for an influx of federal immigration officials as soon as this weekend. ABC News has learned that the Great Lakes Naval Station outside Chicago will be used as DHS's base of operations, with hundreds of DHS officials involved. David, as you know, South Korea recently pledged to invest billions in the U.S. President Trump was just asked in the Oval Office whether the Georgia raid could signal a clash between his immigration agenda and his economic goals. He said if those workers were here illegally, they need to be removed. David?
Pierre Thomas live in Washington. Pierre, thank you. We turn now to the